Alright, so I'm PanAnning, welcome you back to Let's Play Aviary Attorney.
We're still in Act 3.
Still investigating, but now we have to go to the Trove, which is here, the workshop. Since we,
Atelier de trouver.
since we all have the parts.
Yep, after we actually made one of our main objective for this act, actually. We found the Croque Monsieur.
And that too. We even did a lot.
And that was you voicing this character.
Going. Oh, it's you two. Have you managed to gather the materials I need? Yes, monsieur. The string and the copper pot. Exactly as described. Here, you go. What is this? Where did you get this pot? It looks like it belongs in a museum or something. It was a little tricky to procure the necessary items, but with a bit of asking around, we managed to find the suitable substitutes. There's a general store down the street that sells string and discounted copper pots and the like. I assume you would have gone shopping there.
5-figure discount.
5-finger discount, you say? Well, no matter. Give me 1 minute, and I'll finish assembling the device. Oh. You just smash symbols together? Ta-da! May I proudly present to you Mr. Trova's magnificent Explorer Extractor Surgical Device. Remarked. Patent pending.
Looks like a pair of Genshin dogs hooked up to a stewing pot.
Agreed. I wasn't expecting something so low-tech and, well, bad. Perhaps a demonstration is in order. 1 moment, if you please.
Fucking. That thing looks like junk. The whole fetch quest has been a waste of our time.
I suspected that the man was delusional from the very start. It would explain why he's been treated by a mental health professional. There's nothing to be done, though. Let's just humor Gustav until we get the opportunity to leave. Cut our losses.
I'm on my medical death.
Time for a demonstration. Get ready to have your stockings blown off from the shores. So, here, we have one piece, a regular piece of meat, I imagine. If you will, this is a soldier. Okay, that means a soldier.
An oddly shaped and potentially tasty soldier.
And here we have a small piece of iron. Imagine, if you will, this is a musket ball. So, our soldier is wandering through a battlefield, not in the care in the world, when all of a sudden, BAM! The person has been shot. The musket ball has been embedded in the man's flesh.
I'm scared fucking. He slapped the metal object into the meat like a madman.
Quick, monsieur, you're in the battlefield. You're a battlefield medic. The soldier is wounded, and you have a precious little time. What do we do?
Too late, he's gone. Now, battlefield surgery. Mouth to mouth.
Mouth to mouth.
Good, that was also an option.
What do we call beak to beak, though? Well, then again,
Depends on what type of animal.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. It's like mouth and bird and like cough up the food.
Anyway, battlefield surgery.
Too late, he's gone. Well, I'm no surgeon, but my thing was not gonna feel around for the musket ball fragment and then carefully use a scalpel. Archaic. How slow, how imprecise. Now here you're wondering, Monsieur Trove, surely there must be a better way. That wasn't. Well, wonder no more. Behold, the Explorer Extractor. Watch as I power up the device. And then, as I move the detector, the component over the meat. Sounds like my old Windows 3.1 loading up. It's like the whole.
Yeah. I actually wonder if that's how they got that sound somehow. Because I know what sound you're talking about.
Sorry.
It's okay. Don't die.
The water went down the wrong pipe.
Oh fuck.
Oh, now I'm gonna have a sore throat for a while.
Shit.
Is that thing humming? Yes. I'm powering up my Windows 3.1. Excuse me for a minute. It is much. When an electromagnetic component of an Explorer extractor detects a piece of iron, then the device vibrates, and emits a soft hum. I must say, I'm actually impressed, Monjo. A device that can detect metal beneath flesh, it's innovative. I've never heard such a thing before.
Yeah, but why limit it to battlefield surgery? You could repurpose that thing to be some sort of treasure hunting device. That would make you really rich.
Hold your horses, Monjos. Hold your horses. I'm not done yet. You only seen half of the device's capabilities. The exploration part. Now, you can witness the second part. Extraction. Ah, damn it. Did Kotono fall from the roof again? did that thing just...
Yep, sucked out that bullet like a pip from a grapefruit.
Behold, the original piece of iron, removed swiftly and precisely from the flesh. So what do you think? Pretty revolutionary, huh?
I think that meat looks like a lot less appetizing than before. It's practically exploded.
I have no idea what to think. Monsieur Trevor, you are a strange and mightily terrifying individual, but I cannot fault the innovation of your device. We shall pass that along to Dr. Fowler and let him decide its worth. Explorer extractor has been added to your evidence folder. Ah, thank you, thank you. I'm sure the good doctor will approve.
I'm hungry. Let's pick up some steaks on the way back to the off.
Let's not. Yeah, you'll lose your appetite after seeing that. Do you want to eat steak? Alright, let's go to the library. Read a book, read a motherfucking book.
Do you think Nathan likes riddles?
Of course, all librarians like riddles.
Seems like a bit of a stereotype, that's all I'm saying.
Stereotype or not, we have to hope that it's true. That Boffin is our best chance at getting to the bottom of this.
Time to put the pearly face on. He's here now.
Oh, jeez.
Good day, Romeo and Romeo.
Why, good day, monsieur. It's a pleasure to see you again this fine day. Tell me, kind monsieur, do you like riddles?
Of course. Here's one for you, monsieur. What has 2 mouths and 4 ears, yet talk twice as much as it listens?
And
I forgot. I don't think it matters.
I know. And I like, better.
It's you, monsieur. You come in here, yammering and yelling, never stopping to close your beak for 1 minute.
Oh, very good, monsieur. Laughs Sparrowson. We need to get to his good books. What was that?
Sorry, I can't fake laugh.
Oh, mon Dieu.
Stop this farce. You, monsieur, as obviously have something in that you want solving, so let's hear it. Go on, spit it out.
There, spit it. Oh, right. Well, if we were to say that there's a place called the Sleeping City in Paris, what would that be?
That's a new one. The Sleeping City. I got it.
Really?
Of course, the riddle was trivially easy. There are plenty of locations that could be called the Sleeping City, but only one place earns that title in Paris.
Oh, and where would that be?
We know the answer, of course, obviously. We're just fact-checking to make sure that you got it right. Think it through, monsieur. What kind of city is only inhabited by those who sleep all day and all night? I got it. Spain.
Don't be daft, Sparrowson. Spain is in a city. Perhaps Monsieur is referring to the capital of Spain, Madrid. Nice, sleepy place.
Spain, Madrid. You two are remarkably dense, aren't you? Sleep is a metaphor. Actually, it's one of the oldest and most powerful metaphors in the history of literature. It symbolizes death itself. The sleeping city obviously refers to a city of the dead, a necropolis. Think, monsieur, think. Use your puny avian brains. Do we have any necropolises in Paris?
uh,
There is, actually.
yes. Uh, of course, the catacombs, the winding tunnels of the dead that lie beneath our very feet.
Very good, monsieur. That's the first semi-intelligent thing you have managed to say today. You have more questions, don't you?
Oh yes. Let's talk about the catacombs. Can you give us a brief rundown on the history of the catacombs?
The cemeteries of Paris were overflowing by the end of last century. It was a mess from what I heard. To create space, King Louis XVI ordered for old skeletons to be excavated and put into the unused mine tunnels that lie under the city. So, with a little renovation and many years, mines were successfully turned into a subterranean mausoleum.
I actually think that's actually true. I think I've heard about something like that.
Pretty sure it's true, actually,
Yeah,
yeah.
I did. I think I
So
did.
what? It's basically a grave for a few thousand skeletons?
Yeah, I think there was like the place that I've seen like skulls and shit.
Millions more like. Don't underestimate the size of the tunnels, monsieur.
How can we get it? Sure. Let me just pull out my gun. There, that's how you get it. I know that the bourgeois like to tour the catacombs, don't they?
Correct. It was quite the bourgeois tourist hotspot some 20 years ago. But if you were hoping to pay a visit, you are too late. The church had all the entrances shielded shut fairly recently.
I wonder if they still actually have that open today.
I don't know,
Why would the
actually.
oh,
Why would the church do that? Believe it or not, they considered the turning of a mausoleum into a tourist attraction to be in poor taste.
that kind of is true though.
Indeed.
You just like you're going to Perry and then you get this. Why would you turn that into a goddamn tourist attraction?
Bourgeois were weird.
and
That's all I'm gonna say.
and they're still today. And there's
Yeah, but it's a different kind of weird now. Alright.
shut down all the entrances. Really? Surely there must be one or two left untouched.
If there is such an entrance, it is not public knowledge.
I see. That is all. I think we're down here for now. Thank you for your time, Majima.
Good day.
If the sleeping city really is the Paris catacombs, then there must be some way to get in.
An underground tunnel network would probably be connected to the city sewers, right? So we just need to find the right manhole and boom, one spooky, scary skeletons down.
Oh no, don't tell me they're referencing that song.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
Spooky, scary skeletons. God damn it. That's a good idea. Or maybe it connects to the sand. Perhaps some swimming is in order.
You two dunce are going to get yourself killed. If you really wish to visit the catacomb, it would be best to asking those responsible for the closures.
Shut up. We like to do things the hard way.
My fucking cell phone apparently has a system update. That dead people.
Let me deal with this update. Excuse me for a second.
A church, monsieur. The church would know if any unsealed entrance still existed. Oh, right.
Jeez. Ah, jeez. So let's go to the church then. Notre Dame.
This is what it says.
Yep.
Alright.
Oh, everything's doing good. Do you sneak out to the logo again? I keep telling you, my brother. You can't risk being seen. There's just too much at stake.
But a good word must be spread, my brother. We need as many supporters as possible. No more sulking in the shadow, more cowering in the dark. We must rise up against the oppressors. Oh, but before I forget, here's your pen back. I borrowed it.
There's the green pen.
I got. What happened to yours?
I lost it.
So careless.
Don't sweat the petty things, brother. Let's focus on removing the obstacle that stands in the way of our father's dream.
Right. Like that annoying little bird who's been poking his beak into our business. He is dangerously close to uncovering our secret.
You want me to take care of him?
It would be in our interest. I have a trap in mind, but... someone's coming. Go hide. My brothers have returned. What can I do for you today? A confession, perhaps? Actually, Friar, we're here for information. We want to learn about the catacombs that lie under Paris. The catacombs. You don't want to go in there, my brother. It is a wretched and haunted place. I've heard. I'm sure there is. But we know that the church was responsible for having the entrances sealed shut.
So we figured that maybe there's a super secret friar-only entrance that only you would know about.
Secret entrance? That's an interesting idea. You know, you're one of the first birds to have asked about that. We aren't? Yes. A cockerel paid a visit yesterday.
Perfect posture and snooty, or one-eyed and calling.
But first, prosecutor, I think he said he was. Looks like she beat us to it. Anyway, I'll tell you the same thing I told him. If you venture into the catacombs, you will not return. Understood?
Not really. Any option is good here.
You might want to...
Yeah, loud and clear.
I was about to say you could have said, was that a threat?
I can go back and do that, but... it's too bad.
Nah.
Loud and clear, I'll still let you go.
You'd have to load the previous day, so might as well not.
Alright. Good. Very good. Now, if you two will excuse me, I have a servant to prepare. Be on your way. Damn, another dead end. Maybe it's time to wrap this up. We can go tell the inspector what we have found and call it a day.
Don't quit just yet. I managed to take something from the friar's bucket when he gave his little warning.
Seriously? Again? This is becoming something of a bad habit for you. Well, go on then. Let's see what you buy for.
This.
You found this pen in the friar's robes.
Yep.
Interesting. Actually, this is more than interesting. This is amazing. This is the exact same pen that Judge Romulus uses. It even contains the same green ink.
Huh. Do you think it's exactly the same pen, or do you think Romulus and Remus just have matching set?
Honestly, don't know. But I do know that this may come in handy. I'm going to keep hold of it. Fountain pen has been added to the events. Still not done yet, though. My gut tells me that the friar is hiding something, but I can't get him to cough up.
It's not like we can beat information out of him. Let's just go do other stuff, and maybe we'll stumble across some more clues.
Maybe you're right. Let's go. Now, actually, the guide here says we have one extra day. We can just, fuck around and just, go to two certain places just to talk and just, pass the time. Or we can just play cards. Yeah, pretty much.
You could also, even though it doesn't have any date mark there, you could go back to the hospital just to try to... Yeah, La Salpêtrière.
I don't think that's gonna.
It's not gonna advance the day,
Yeah,
but...
that's true.
Oh, you've returned! Were you successful?
Well,
Wow.
I was in trouble and didn't have any money, but he did give us something that he claimed to be extremely valuable. Go ahead, take it. He said that you can keep it.
What is this?
Also, in trouble, we call it an explorer extractor. He said that you could revolutionize the medical field. I don't quite understand how it works, but maybe I could demonstrate it if you have a piece of meat and a lump of metal handy.
Monsieur Falcon, Monsieur Sparrowson, I sent you to retrieve own money. Instead, you return several dollars a. Will this child's toy? Just forget it. Forget the whole task. It was foolish of me to rely on private attorney, and it was foolish of me to assume that a cruise inventor would produce money when asked. Keep your toy. Good day, monsieur. So do I get a discount on my bill? Dr. Valret bought that discount? Oh, he's gone.
Sorry, Sparrow Son. It looks like you won't be getting your discount.
Well, there goes my year's wages. So, what do we do now?
Get back to our investigation into the crew, Monsieur, and the rebels, I assume. We waste the precious time on this fool's errand. Alright.
But that did not pass the day, so...
Yeah.
I mean, you could go... There is at least 2 places we haven't... 3 places, actually, we haven't been because we haven't needed to go there. There's Château Crinière, la Conciergerie, and Le Palais de Justice. You could go to any of these 3 places to advance the time.
The Palais de Justice or
The chateau, yeah. Those are two things. I wonder. I would like to play cards, but never mind.
You don't need money at this point, I don't think.
Baron Rogues. Jeez.
Whatever's left
Well,
of that damn place. Palace of Justice. Yeah, but no. Let's go to the chateau.
alright.
Oh, hello.
Are you there? I remember you. You guys can help me out with this little dilemma.
What is it, mademoiselle?
Which country is better, Great Britain or the United States of America?
Don't drag me into this political thing. Oh no.
That's your call.
Join us next time when I make my decision. No, I'm not going.
Jesus Christ.
USA.
Oh, jeez.
Because they kicked Britain's derriere in the battlefield, right?
Well, sure that, but they also but also because they are providing themselves to be a unique and formidable nation. It's quite remarkable what they achieved in such a short period of time.
You prefer the USA, huh? There's a lot of opportunity there.
What is this about, mademoiselle?
Well, I'm thinking of taking a trip. A long trip. Everywhere I go in Paris, people are angry and depressed. It's like violence is about to break out at any moment. I've saved up enough, so I'm going to get out of here. Follow my dreams of starting a new life overseas. Who's going to look after Chateau Crinière? Well, with the Barrows passing, they've decided to auction off his estate.
Oh, really? Oh, that's bad.
They didn't mention that he was getting executed. Yep. I think that the Meows were showing some interest in the household, so I guess they can handle the household duties themselves.
Wait, they did or they didn't?
They're showing interest. They haven't bought it.
Oh. In the menus, you say? Interesting.
Anyway, this might be the last time we'll see each other, so I'll just say au revoir, Sparrowson. Au revoir, Monsieur Falcon.
Well, mademoiselle, I wish you a pleasant voyage.
So long, mademoiselle. Don't let those Yanks push you around.
Fuck the Yankees.
Hey, Falcon, I think you forgot something.
Hmm?
The rebels, the Croque Monsieur, all that juicy investigation stuff. We're supposed to be asking questions.
Oh, right. That completely slipped my mind. It's no matter. Colleen didn't seem like the type to get involved with rebels and arms dealers. She probably knew nothing.
I suppose. In any game, see, she seems to be the only one with enough sense to escape before the violence starts.
Yeah. Alright, so we spared a day. The 9th of Wednesday, February. Let's go, let's see.
You don't really have a choice here.
Oh, I just looked up and I was like, wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, cutscene. There he is. That's the person who shot the Croque Monsieur. Interesting. I think we're getting close to unraveling this whole rebellion nonsense. Let's not dawdle, Sparrowson. We're nearly there.
Alright, let me just deal with this letter first.
Spam?
I don't think so. It's from Cocorico.
Severin? Well, go ahead, Sparrowson. Let's hear it.
JJ, if this letter reaches you uninterrupted, then it means that I have been captured or killed by the rebels.
What? What?
Last evening, the inspector gave me a tip-off of a midnight trade between the rebels and the Croque Monsieur on the Rue des Marmousets.
Damn, I wanted to do that. What?
I intend to watch from the shadows, but I know that such a mission is a dangerous one. Wish me luck. If this is the last correspondence you ever, then I suppose I should end on a positive note. Falcon, you're a good friend and an excellent lawyer. I'm sorry for belittling you all these years. Kind regards, Severin Cocorico. Is this for real? There's no way. This letter has to be some sort of setup.
It's Severin's handwriting.
Where do you think he is?
I don't know.
Why would he go alone?
I don't know.
But we have to go help him, right? I mean, if that train was at midnight last night and it's 10 o'clock now, he might still be okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
Come on, Falcon, pull yourself together. You got to act fast while there's still some time on the clock.
You're right. Sparrowson, grab your coat. We're going to save Severin.
Really? Are you serious?
Absolutely. I know we can do it. With all the investigating we've done over the last couple of weeks, I think we know the rebels better than they know themselves. We can find them, we can outwit them, and we can bring Severin home alive.
Wow, you're bursting with confidence, but where are we going?
Well, Severin's letter not clear. He was investigating in the Rue des Marmousets, so that's where we should start.
Yeah, let's go.
Alright,
Yeah, fast.
let's go. Oh, some bloodstains down there, I would assume. Come on, Sparrowson, keep up. No time for wheezing. If Coastal Rico was last seen around here, then there has to be a clue nearby.
Right.
There's a pool of blood here. It looks fresh.
Cocoricos?
I see drag marks heading towards that tunnel, which leads straight into the sand. If I had to guess, someone was killed over here last night, and their body was hastily disposed of in the river. I see several sets of bloodied footprints too. Some are faint, but they head that way, towards the main road.
So he could still be alive?
Let's see where the footprints go. Let's go here. Like I have a
Click on the
choice.
only choice. Here, the footsteps lead right into Notre Dame.
It seems that way.
Unbelievable. Where's a friar when you need one?
Forget the friar. Let's keep following the blood trail and see where that ends up.
Wait a minute, Falcon. Shouldn't we get the police involved before we go any further?
That would be smart, but the police can't be trusted. Who trusts the police nowadays? That would be the smart thing to do. Why don't you run? Why don't you run and find a policeman, and I'll go on ahead.
Nice try, but I'm not abandoning you. We have no idea what or who could be ahead. Hey, wait up! That way leads straight down to...
Yes. Oh,
Run, I'm furthest. Where's the body pirate gonna relieve it? Duty, so I can go have a snack.
the trail keeps going.
Hey, isn't that the concierge ring shell keeper? Quack? A squirk, your dollars.
I had no idea that you were a religious man, monsieur.
I'm not. I carry charge. Private security pays much better than regular keeping, you know.
Monsieur, we don't have much time, so I'll keep it brief. We're following a trail that leads to the door behind you. We need you to let us pass.
Don't be on me. Ha! You're it. That Lord leads straight to the catacombs. You don't want to go there. Catacombs. Besides, just because I know how to get in, doesn't mean I'm just going to let you pass. I got a job to do. I have integrity. Promise to announce the guard. That's what I'm doing.
You want a bribe, don't you?
Bingo, what do you got?
Here's my fist. Shit. Any option is good. Actually, that's funny.
Right. And surprisingly, I'm pretty sure the one LP I saw of this actually took option 3.
Did he really? You gotta show me that. I wanna see that. Here's my fist. If you're saying this show, then I'll pick something else. Present. Do I have a? I mean, like, what present can I give him? Make him have some glass. What do you?
Honestly, I wouldn't go with the present. You could go with the France.
But that's a lot.
You have over 100.
But it's a lot of money. Can it be?
Yeah, but
Can it be just 1 franc?
no.
Okay, fine. Here, you forget your trouble.
What are you trying to insult me?
Fucking hell. I gotta pay him another one. Fuck. Alright, another 10.
Oh, I don't know about.
No! Stop taking my money. And I blame you. I should have picked the.
I never said to take the fucking front. You decided to take something else. I actually told you to take the fucking.
No, my money. Well, here, take your money, girl.
Good enough. Don't always blame me on me. Go ahead.
The door to the catacombs? Is that simple?
Yeah, it's not simple. What, were you expecting a hidden bookcase or something? Go on, go look. Oh, what idiots. They walk it straight into a pitch black maze without even a torch. I wonder, will they get lost this door, or will they find a crazy lion girl and get shot?
Uh-oh.
Anyway, ain't my problem.
Screw you. Upon entering the doorway, Falcon and Sprouse then find themselves at the top of a stone staircase that Sprouse did the abyss below.
Here goes nothing.
To begin the descent.
I don't like this music.
I knew an underground passage would be dark, but this is ridiculous. I can't even see my hand in.
Just keep putting one foot in front of the other, Sparrowson. I think that was the last step. No, it's just the twisted tunnels ahead of us.
It should take us smoking. If I smoke, I would have a match right now. We'll be able to see where we're going. Plus, you know, all the health benefits, and I would probably be calmer.
Keep it together, Sparrowson.
I know. I'll unravel this loose thread from my jacket. We can just trace the stray to find our way back if we reach a dead end.
I can think. Just like Theus in the Minotaur.
Wait, aren't there any minotaurs in here, are there? I have a ball, but the other ball, scared stuff.
That's not... Actually, never mind. If there's any monsters, I could just pull out this vampire killer. It feels like there's a gap in the moment here. I guess the path branches. I can feel a slight breeze coming from the passage to the left. The air seems a little more steady to the right.
We should probably take the breezy path if I remember right.
Yeah, it says anywhere you go, you'll go the same path. The chance that the breeze could be caused by an opening. Let's head that way.
The walls feel weird and bumpy. What kind of stone is this?
I think those are skulls he's feeling right now. I hate to break it to you, but Sierra-san, that's not stone.
Wait, so what is it?
Well, we're in a crypt.
Oh dear. I thought we would be dealing with one or two coffins, not the walls of skeletons.
Get this careless person. Severin's life is on the line.
You're right. I have to stay focused. Yeah.
Oh, looks like the path branches again.
Are my eyes going funky from the darkness, or is there a glimmer of light from the right path?
No, I see it too. There's definitely some light on that side.
Follow the light.
But they say don't go to the light. I mean, I've heard that from a movie before. But what the hell? Oh, there we are.
It's definitely getting lighter. I can see my hands again.
Are you sure
But
that's-
that might just mean we're getting close to an exit, right? Maybe this has all been a wild goose chase.
Shh, listen,
Voices?
voices. We're getting close.
Wait, Falcon, aren't you scared?
Terrified. There they are.
I'll ask one more time. What is your name? Are you with the police, the royal guards? Speak, bird. Obama, we've been here all night and he simply ain't talking. He didn't react to coaxing, didn't react to torture. Maybe it's time to, you know, administer some justice. Justice, that word. Oh, the rooster finally crows? Want to know who I am? Fine. My name is Severin Cocorico. I am a public prosecutor for the Cour d'Assises. Oh, sorry, it's been a pleasure, but we can't have been having spies running around our base of operation now, can we? So without further ado, I hereby sentence you to... Wait a minute, Piero. This is no ordinary spy. Because he's a prosecutor? No, because he's the bastard who condemned my father 10 years ago. Whoa, are you sure? I had my suspicion when I saw his smug hair of arrogance, his holier than thou glare. But now that I know his name and occupation, there is no doubt. Do you remember, Bird? Do you remember the trial of an homeless lion in the winter of 1835? What was your father's name? Jean Beaumont. What were his crime? His only crime was trying to feed a starving child. He took a handful of vegetable from a grocer's stand, not out of greed, but out of sheer desire to see me survive. But he was seen by a policeman, another arrogant cockerel like yourself, actually. So my father was thrown in jail. He was dragged to court. I had the privilege of watching the proceedings from the stands. I remember your sharp words. This man is a thief. This man is a scoundrel. He deserves the harshest possible punishment for his crimes. You didn't care about the consequences. You didn't care about why my father did what he did. All you cared about was fulfilling your lust to see a criminal behind bars. My father received a sentence of 5 years. He died on his third. Do you remember him? Mademoiselle, in all my day as a prosecutor, I have seen over thousands of cases. I'm not going to remember a single bread thief. You rotten connard! We're all just insect to you, are we? Who cares if a child starves on the street as long as you put enough criminals behind bars to meet your quota, am I right? Your silence speaks volumes of your guilt. Several Cocorico, you have been tried by the people of the Second Republic. We have found you guilty on the counts of conspiracy, of the murder of the Croque Monsieur, and of the murder of my father, Jean Beaumont. Oh, I have been found guilty? Mademoiselle, if you want to shoot me so you can fulfill your revenge fantasy, then by all means shoot me. But don't pretend for a moment that this moment resembles a court of justice in any form, or a screensaver that suddenly pops up. A court of justice. Now there's a contradiction. Bird, you know nothing of justice. Frere Remus, read this man's his last rites.
With pleasure, madam.
Falcon, we have to make a move. Say something.
No, I don't like this at all.
And this is the
Shit.
important decision, and there's no way to say it.
I can't save this shit. Ugh, fucking hell. Well, there's this thing up here. Ah. Well, I have that.
I have this.
The thing is, if we stop now, I'm not sure if it's gonna restart immediately here, unfortunately.
Well, if it doesn't, then I'll zoom into back here. So yeah,
Alright.
so basically, as it was pointed out in a certain, was it this part or another part, that this selection here will give you which ending you go up with. And there's 3 different endings, you say.
Yep.
There's 2 bad endings, right? As you say.
Ye- There's a bad ending, there's a worst ending.
What the fuck. Anyways, unfortunately, this is the stopping point for now. We're gonna leave it here. Next time on Let's Play Aviary Eternity, we'll make our decision. See you
Yep.
then.
Bye.